Hi, it's what time is it? It's 7:23 in the morning. I need to get ready to go to school in a second. I need to write down my thoughts. Instead of writing down my thoughts, I thought we'd just speak into the webcam. I started my study last night on markets and market failure, and I did it the usual way that I would study, which is read the book and write down the paragraphs that seem to be key from the book. At the same time I was listening to music and I had YouTube on as well, so I was listening to some YouTube music, listening to some normal just audio music on the computer, and it took me a long time to actually get through this this study period because I was too busy. Like, I ended up reading news stories about well, at one point, well, this is how the chain of thought went. I went on YouTube and searched what is economics, came up with a video about behavioural economics, where this guy was talking about behavioural economics, which was really interesting for about 5 minutes, and then there was a link to his blog, went on his blog, and 3 blogs down, 3 days down on his blog, he had written about irrationality and how behavioural economics is about irrationality. And there was a link to another website, which was a news article about a girl who just got punished, put to prison for 21 months for killing someone on the motorway by using her texting on her mobile phone instead of paying attention. And that was in the UK. And so I thought that was quite a really interesting story, but it took me far away from my study. I went back to it and I couldn't even remember, I couldn't even grasp what economics was. Some of the language in it, some of the terms were just, I was just not getting. So I wrote out some of the key terms in the first chapter. I've only got halfway through the first chapter. I wrote out the fundamental economic problem, which is infinite wants, scarce resources. So I knew that before, but I forgot. And then I basically tried, like I was reading, when I was listening to the music, I was copying down, but I wasn't really reading it, I was just like copying it, and so I wasn't really learning, so I had to reread some of the things that I'd already copied. I had to reread some of the chapter, and it just took me absolutely ages to get halfway through a chapter. I had like 2 hours. Well, to begin with, it took me an hour and 10 minutes to actually sit down to study, because at 7:20 I put the kids to bed, and I thought, oh, I've got 2 hours now. It took me an hour and 10 minutes to actually, like, what did I do? I was replying to emails, I looked at BBC News, and this was all unplanned, and then I decided I would get 2 bags of crisps. So, yeah, so it took me a while, and then so then I started it, and I probably did about an hour's worth of study, which wasn't really focused. So, but on reflection, I feel that I understand a bit more about economics. At least I remember the economic problem. I remember what free goods are, what economic goods are. I know what economic welfare is, and that's about it really. So I've still got a lot to learn, but that's my first video for today.